my name is Karen. I started a YouTube channel back in July to record my progress as an aspiring musician. My dream is to become a musician and a songwriter. But I gotta be honest, even though I'm pretty much an open book, it was definitely scary to start sharing my life online for a multitude of reasons. But the main one definitely had to do with imposter syndrome. I think a lot of people deal with imposter syndrome, and I certainly do. When I posted my first video, I thought people are for sure gonna think, who does she think she is? Part of me was also worried about what people from my hometown might think, so at first I didn't post it on my other socials. But then I thought, I don't even talk to most of them anymore. I'd also rather be proud of myself for trying new things than to stick to an image that people have of me from when they last saw me 10 years ago. And if people are hate watching my videos, they're actually contributing to the growth of my channel. So thanks. Especially if you're a new YouTuber, it can be really hard to get those first views and those first few subscribers. So posting it on your other socials, no matter how cringy it feels at first, it does actually help. I don't think I'm the only one who feels like being seen trying feels similar to failing, even though trying and practicing are crucial to getting better at something. I guess I kind of blame the highlight reel that is social media, but that's also why I wanted my channel to focus more on the trying instead of only the end results. Also to just prove to myself that being seen trying is okay. Because if I keep waiting until all the circumstances are perfect and I finally feel good enough to even start trying, I'm gonna be waiting a very long time. And we all gotta start somewhere, right? So far, I've actually had a lot of nice responses from people on my videos, which encourages me even more. So to those people, thank you so much for being so nice and helping in creating a safe space. Putting myself out there has definitely been a big achievement on its own for me. When I was little and wanted to become a singer, I just sort of hoped that I would grow more confident with time and become okay with being perceived. It turns out it doesn't work that way. And now that I think about it, I've always been super introverted and even a bit scared of people. When I was little and we had family over, I would go to the kitchen, I would open the door to the cupboard and stick my head in, sort of hoping that people wouldn't talk to me. Of course, my family would come over to greet me. So they would be like, "Hey Karen, so good to see you." And I would be with my face in the cupboard, my entire body sticking out, trying to stay as still as possible, looking down, and probably thinking something along the lines of, if I can't see them, they can't see me. Then after a while, once I got a bit more used to the fact that there were people in the house, I would maybe go over to the table to grab some snacks or talk to my favorite niece. When I felt really comfortable, I would talk to my grandma, or more like yap to my grandma. So I would be talking and she would look at me and like nod. The only thing was that I had a very soft voice. So afterwards, she would always ask my mom, what was she talking about? Because I didn't catch a word of what she said. And then my mom would reassure her, like, oh, if you were nodding and looking interested, you're good. She's fine. Don't worry about it. So when I think about how I was as a kid, I can honestly say that I've come a pretty long way. I mean, I've even performed some of the songs I wrote live a few times already. And I started this channel. So if that isn't growth, I don't know what is. one of the things that I worry about is that I started quite late. I turned 28 last November, and even though I wanted to become a musician and songwriter ever since I was little, I only started working actively on that dream for like the past year or so. When I was 17, I didn't have the guts to audition for the Singer-Songwriter Academy, so I completely changed course and studied Japanese language instead. I don't completely regret that decision because it brought me so many amazing experiences and I met some of my closest friends during that time. The only thing is that every time that I pick up my guitar, I kind of battle the thought of, oh, I could have been so much better if I had made different decisions when I was younger. But I cannot let those thoughts and feelings stop me from practicing and making and writing music now. Because this is what I want to do with my life, and every time I make music, despite those feelings, it gets a little bit easier. And I can't spend the rest of my life being angry at myself for the decisions that I made when I was younger. Like Gandalf said in The Lord of the Rings, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. And I should keep reminding myself that the more time I spend on doing what I love, the easier and more fun it gets. If you made it this far into the video, thanks so much for listening to me yap. I guess the main takeaway is that you only ever fail if you stop trying, and that it's never too late to start living the life you want to. And even though that line is such a cliche, it's actually a really hard thing to do, and it requires a lot of courage, which is something that I'll keep working on. Then maybe someday I'll actually be able to make a living as a musician and songwriter. And just the thought of that makes me so excited. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the love and support that I've gotten so far. It makes me all the more excited to keep recording my progress. Also, there's a link in the description box if you want to buy me a coffee or a new pack of guitar strings. Any amount is appreciated, really. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Have a lovely day. Bye!